My career started in the Wild West of the mixed martial arts era. I fought in every organization before there was a real platform for the lightweight fighters. King of the Cage, WEC, and eventually the UFC. I was just looking for a fight and looking to prove I was the best.
The California kid, Urijah Faber, is one of the most popular fighters in the world.
Over 13 years of competing as an athlete, I've had a lot of great fights, but I think these are my 3 top fights, and they weren't all wins. My 3rd favorite fight was the McDonald fight. McDonald was in my hometown, Sacramento. I was just excited to be there in my hometown, have a tough opponent, and I delivered.
2 of the best in the world at 135.
I was out striking him in the first round, came out in the second round, and was continuing to do the same. Ended up him throwing a kind of a kick over the top of my head.
Big head kick.
And I backed up a little bit. I think he thought he had me hurt, and he was coming with a big uppercut, and I threw a heavy overhand right.
To McGinn. Urijah got him with the left, chasing him down.
And I chased after him and ended up with submission.
Urijah has to squeeze like few people. Looking at the hit, it's all over. Urijah Faber.
Second favorite fight is one that I lost, and it's kind of ironic, and looking back, it wasn't a fight that I enjoyed at the time, but what I gained was priceless, and it was my second Mike Brown fight. It was happening in my hometown. It was a big rematch, and I was so poised to get that one back.
And the sold-out crowd, they are on their feet in Arco.
Literally 1 minute left in the first round, I threw a massive overhand right, and I broke my hand on the top of his head.
Mike Brown looks on it, and Faber hits him square in the head, but Brown counters. Now it's Brown on the attack.
I snapped one bone and I shattered the other one. I couldn't even make a fist after that. So I told my corner man, Master Tong, I said, my hand's done. I can't, my hand's broken. He told me to shut up, and I'm a champion. He hit me in the heart. I had to think outside the box. I was faking that my hand was okay. I was showing no pain even though my hand was throbbing, and I proceeded to throw lefts and kicks and knees and everything but that right hand. And once I got through that second round, I knew, okay, you know, I can do this.
They are on their feet as we get set to start round 3 in the rematch.
Ended up in the 3rd round throwing an uppercut that hit him right in the elbow, and I dislocated my thumb. And you can still see the scar from that. It's a different type of lump than I have on the other side.
I wonder if there's any damage to the hand of Urijah Faber. Perhaps that's why he's throwing that elbow.
And I literally have no hands at all. So I'm letting him hit me getting close, throwing elbows, you know, faking takedowns, going to knees, getting taken down and getting back up. Ended up almost getting a submission in the 5th round and losing a decision, but gaining a lot of respect and a lot of knowledge about myself. So I learned that first and foremost, I got in the sport because I'm a fighter. I'm not the type of person to quit under any type of circumstance.
I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I wish I could have won for you tonight, but I'll be back.
Adversity is not a thing that's going to bother me. My favorite fight that I look back on is my first fight with Pulver. Pulver was the UFC world champion, and I had been a fan of his. I watched him knocking dudes out and kind of followed his career as a pioneer. It was the first time that I ever went 5 rounds. It was the first time that it was in my hometown in the big arena, but I really got to showcase for the first time my stand-up.
Look at this. We're seeing the best of Urijah Faber being brought out.
I feel like, you know, before then I had been taking guys down or guys had taken me down, and I ended up getting submissions, and I hadn't really get to showcase the progression of my stand-up.
Faber going to town on Pulver.
There's a flying knee again.
It was a hard-fought battle. I won every single round, but Pulver was in it to win it, and we put it on an amazing performance.
And still, WEC featherweight champion of the world.
It kind of stapled me as a go-to guy in the sport.
Thanks again to everyone who came out here. I love Sacramento. I love California. Let's do this.
I feel like this is kind of like a storybook ending for me, being able to go out in my own city, a place that's helped me become who I am and who I've always represented. And in this new arena, this is the first fight in the new arena, which means so much to our community. You know, we had to fight for that. You know, Mayor Kevin Johnson and all the folks that gathered around to keep Sacramento Kings here and to get this new arena. It just is a very powerful thing for our community. And so being the first fight and being my last fight and doing it with my teammates, Paige Van Zandt fighting in the main event, and Josh Emmett and Alex Sandoval, it's on the biggest stage possible. It's a sentimental thing, but it's hard to fight trying to think of what it really means as far as being a last fight, and it's easy to remember the fact that you're fighting a guy who's trying to take your head off. You have to keep it simple, you have to keep it primal, and understand that Brad Pickett's coming for blood. He's coming to make his own legacy. This week is sentimental and emotional, but for me it's the same gig. I can't wait to get out there and do what I love.